present the pointers and the details regarding anaerobic capacity. Okay, ang anaerobic capacity, this is actually good para dun sa mga 100 at saka 200 meter races, no, for across all the strokes. Okay, so ito ang tinitraining natin dito. Kung 200 meters is actually yung balik, yung last 50 meters. This is what it best applies to. And then kung 100 meters naman, ang interest natin o subject natin, it trains the last 25 meters. The energy system or the energy procedure that's involved with doing this is actually a 3-step process, which is commonly known as lactate production. So at earlier part or middle part of the race, you start to build lactic acid, and then syempre pag medyo napapagod na, tsaka medyo nasa-stress yung athlete or yung swimmer sa race, you start to accumulate it. The lactic acid starts accumulating in the bloodstream and in the muscles. Yung feeling na nag-uumpisa ng naninigas yung sinasabi ng mga swimmers, coach, nanigas yung nanigas yung braso tsaka yung legs ko, yun yung lactate accumulation. Okay, yung tolerance, you could just base it on the term tolerance. Ito yung tiisan, titiisin mo na lang. So it trains the body to tolerate and accept lactate accumulation and lactate production the process, no? So in short, itong training na to sa Tagalog, masakit to. This is training for 100 meters and 200 meter events. Okay, this is given in distances that are or work periods that cover only 30 seconds to about, kung senior na, about 1 minute and 45 seconds. So kung 200 meters to, this should be somewhere after the first 100, you're in the 125 meter, hanggang dun yung ina-apply nung training na to. If you're a senior swimmer, more or less nasa 125 meter ka na, or somewhere there in distance, or at least ito dapat at least mag-elapse dito mga 30 seconds para magkaroon ng effect yung lactate production. Okay, at a very high intensity effort. The rest period that it takes to accomplish and do this set is about, you can give 100 to 150% of the work period, and this could be in broken sets of hundreds. You could give 50s, but it's best to give 50s and 75s in my experience. Kaya yung mga yung mga may 25 meter pool dyan sa inyo and you don't have a 50 meter pool, nakakalamang kayo. It's really a very, very good pool. 25 meter pools are excellent to work on these things, because you can break the work down 50, you can do 75, you can do hundreds, you can do 125, you can do distances of 150, mga ganon. Kaya, di ba? Pwede. So blessing kung may 25 meter pool kayo. I prefer doing this type of work in a 25 meter pool because it's exciting. The swimmers just swim much faster than they do in a 50 meter pool. Okay, the computation for the times that you're going to use is very simple. Kung 100 meter events, 100 personal best divided by 2. Kung 200 personal best divided by 2. Okay? This is given in repetitions of 50 to 100, the hundreds or 75s, just like what I mentioned. Hindi pwedeng ibigay ito araw-araw or every workout. Okay? Because this depletes and this takes away a lot of energy reserved from the swimmer. Okay? Kunyari, palalanguin ko yung swimmer ko, 850s. For a person that's going something like about 55 in the 100 free, 850s, I want you to hold 26s and 27s. Medyo mabigat yun, madugo yun. Okay? The next time I can do that is probably after 60 hours of rest. No? Kailangan maka-recuperate yung katawan, maka-produce, maka-store ng energy para pwede ulit gawin tong klaseng training na to. Okay? So, I will first present here the anaerobic capacity training for 100 meters. And this is what I use. No? It's very simple. Like what I said, 100 personal best divided by 2. Kung 55 yung time, divided by 2, yung 50 obviously is 27.5. And the table is going to look something like this. Okay, you're used to seeing this, 100 personal best, 55. This is the formula, 100 personal best divided by 2, so this is 27.5. Then I break it down to this. 50 meters is 27.5, 75 meters is 41.25. Kaya ako lang nilagay naman to kasi you can go 150 meters with this. In case you're swimming, or I'm sorry, you can go 75 meters with this, no? So all you need to do, or a little less, you can go 60-65 meters with this training, whatever suits your particular need, no? So madali lang naman yan. 27, i-divide ninyo by 50, you get the answer there. And the number of seconds that you get there, you just multiply by the number of meters. Napakadali. Okay? So, the work that's involved here is only 5 to 6 minutes work time total. Ang work period dapat, pag tinotal mo, pag mga 100s, dapat naglalast lang ng 5 minutes, maximum 6 minutes. Okay? And let me remind you again, pag ginawa nyo yun, and you're working on 100s, okay, the next time that you can give that is anywhere from 48 to 60 hours. Rest period, bago ninyo ulit pwedeng ibigay sa swimmer. Okay? So, let's move on to, this is the 100 meter table that I prepared. Okay? If you're doing 50 meters, repetitions of 50 meters, you can do about 8 to 10 of that. The pace at 27, okay? You can give 1 minute and 30 seconds rest. So your given interval to complete one repetition is 2 minutes. 130, that's about 30 seconds rounded off, is 2 minutes. You will repeat that, okay, for about 8 times. Kung hindi kaya, kung dumadapa na yung time ng athlete o bumabagsak na, yan ang advantage ng 25 meter pool. Pwede mo nang, kung 50, pwede mong bigyan ng dalawang 25 na broken. If you're using a 20 meter pool for some reason, or 23 meter pool, yung mga alanganin ng mga measurement, pwede ninyong bigyan ng tatlong laps yan na repetition. Per lap, per 23 meters or 24 meters or 25 meters, pwede mong bigyan ng mga 10-15 seconds, push off ulit, tapos 10-15 seconds, and then push off ulit every 25. Pero basta, pag tinotal ninyo yung time, dapat nakapasok dito. At saka nakapasok dito pag naka-total time. If the swimmer is personal best, if he is swimming 55 seconds. So, Malinaw lang yan, madali lang naman na gawin yan, no? It's one of the simpler things that you can apply. If you're training and preparing him for 200 meters, and it's going to be a what they call a lactate, this is a lactate set because it's an anaerobic capacity set, okay? You just compute, assuming the personal best, like what I always use is 2 minutes flat divided by 2, 1 minute po yun. Bago gagawa na po ninyo ng table, very simple lang naman. Okay, 2 minutes, okay, yung 200 niya, divided by 2 is 1 minute, and then, kung 100, he'll swim 1 minute, if it's 50, it's 30, and then you can do 150s here, 350s, you can do 100 plus 150, you can do 250s and then 425s, you can do 175 plus 325s, depende ho yun sa inyo. You may want to start out swimming hundreds and then 250s, 50s plus 225s, and then 425s after that. So bahala ho kayo, pwede ho nyong halu-haluin, basta ho short rest lang in between, okay? And then ang importante, kailangan kung broken, mas mabilis sa 1 minute yung time na nakukuha, total time per 100 meters for this particular set, no? Okay. The anaerobic capacity for 200 meters, if you want to do a table, or given an example here, for 100 meters, you can do about 4 to 5 times repetition. Okay. On 3 minutes, okay, you add 3 minutes rest, so the interval is every 4. They have to pace 1 flat. Okay, so pwedeng, kung 100s, pwedeng 30-30. And then if it's 50 meters, it's very moot and academic. You can see here, it has also to tally mga 5 to 6 minutes just like this. Actually, like what I said, pwede naman ihalo-halo to eh. You can combine 50s and 100s. You can even do 25s if you want, di ba? So you can go 8 times to 10 times. Okay, if it's 50, and then the average time should be 30. The rest interval should be 1 minute and 30, and then the interval is at 2 minutes. So you will notice mas mahaba ho talaga yung rest period na kakailanganin to be able to achieve the target times that's set for this particular training intensity. So balikan po natin itong top portion dito that says anaerobic capacity. Mag-ingat po tayo sa paggamit po nito, and we have to do extensive reading. Madali lang ho naman ngayon yan, hindi ho kagaya nung mga earlier days nung nagko-coach kami, wala akong internet. Ngayon, everything you can get sa internet. This is what you punch sa internet. Lactate Production. Lalabas ho yan, magugulat ho kayo kung ganong kadami ho ang topic na lalabas regarding that. Lactate production in swimming or for swimmers. Okay, you can also punch in lactate accumulation, kung paano naiipon yung lactate at paano siya aapektuhan yung katawan. Okay, now one very important factor na gusto kong i-present sa inyo at sabihin sa inyo, okay, hindi ho to nawawala na sa bloodstream natin tsaka sa muscles natin by merely sitting down. Ipapahinga mo sitting down, no, it's not going to work. That's why earlier on I was doing presentations and I presented aerobic capacity 1. Dito ho naglalaro yon. Pagkatapos po ng isang 100-meter race, hindi ho sapat yung 2 minutes na swim down. If you want your swimmer to be strong the next session, afternoon finals, kailangan malakas yung langoy sa umaga para maganda yung time para makapag-qualify sa finals. Kailangan ho ninyo yun, bigyan ho ninyo ng simple na aerobic capacity 1 set. Okay? For 20 minutes. It could be 50s, it could be 100s, it could be a combination of anything. Okay? Ang magiging effect po nun, tatanggalin ho lahat nito. Ito po. Kasi ito po, I will describe this with one word. Ito po yung tinatawag nating latak. Latak ho to sa muscles, latak ho to sa dugo. Ito po yung pagkatapos ho ng race, kahit na nakauwi na, nakabalik na kayo sa hotel or you're eating lunch, yung swimmer ng gano'n, minsan magsasabi, ano nararamdaman mo? Ang tigas ng katawan ko eh. Ito ho yun. Okay? So ang pantanggal lang ho niya, ang pantanggal lang niyan at makakatulong ho ng mahigit at saka para siya makapag-recover, palalanguin ho ninyo ng aerobic capacity 1. 20 minutes ho yun. Immediately after the race. Okay? So that's a very, very important fact. Okay? That you really need to keep in mind. Okay? And then it takes a while to be able to rest and recover and replenish yung nawalang energy dito. Kasi pagka ganito ka yung nilalangoy ninyong event and it's back to back races and you have two trial events in the morning and then you're going to swim both trial events in the finals sa hapon or sa evening, medyo kinakailangan ho talaga well-prepared yung katawan. Ang importante po, wag po natin kakalimutan to. 20 minutes, kinakailangan po. Kaya paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi kasi napaka-importanteng bagay po. So, hanggang doon na lang po. Kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, bibigay ho ako ng detalye kung paano po kayo makakapag-contact para maitanong ho ninyo yung mga gusto ninyo pong tanong po sa akin. Maraming salamat po.